Welcome to Focus on the Candidates. I'm Cynthia Pooler. My guest today is Renada Collins, and Renada is running for mayor in the city of New Orleans. So, Renata, what made you decide to run for mayor?
Um, the city of New Orleans is definitely at a crossroads where we need resources and opportunities to sustain our economy while maintaining our uniqueness as a destination place in New Orleans. It is important that we do not become generic, but that we keep our fingerprint of what we're known for: culture, food, hospitality, love, compassion, desires, and most of all, being resilient.
Hmm?
As the next mayor, it is definitely important that New Orleans has a name that can remain. So I said, utilizing my skill sets, my services, I'm currently the owner of Impacting Potentials, where I turn concepts into completions, dreams into reality. I eat elephants and I milk cows. I turn poverty into prosperity.
Mhm.
So I'm like, you know what? I'm fit to do a service for the city of New Orleans.
So, New Orleans has always been a destination right before Lent with the Mardi Gras, right?
Correct, right on.
So, have you ever gone to the Mardi Gras?
Since I'm born and raised here, I grew up going to the Mardi Gras. Now, one of the biggest things is that I was lost at the parade when I was like 7 or 8 years old. So I was very afraid to go a little bit after that. But I realized something as an adult now, that I was lost as a child, 7, 8 years old, because of my persistence, which means that I'm extremely goal oriented. I followed the float until he gave me what I wanted.
Uh-huh.
I said, girl, you've always been persistent. It is not something that I just came about. It's something that is in me, that persistence, you know?
So people from all over the country, maybe even the world, come down to New Orleans for Mardi Gras, right?
Indeed. And we want to be able to keep that. And we want them to be able to experience the authentic New Orleans parade. It is important that
Mm.
that is not washed away, uh, moved around because of the lack of experience or the lack of knowledge of how Mardi Gras is to function.
So it's remained steady throughout the years in the number of people that come down to Mardi Gras.
So, sad to say that as a direct result, we do have current leadership that is not as familiar with the culture of New Orleans as both the mayor as in the council seat. And it has not been what it can be. And it's okay. So we need a person like myself, who has the ability to connect with the culture and to make sure that the culture gets back into its authentic place and purpose.
What is so unique about the culture?
Hospitality, compassion, love, freedom, just joy. It's a spirit that you have to have, but it's only born in New Orleans. So that's one
Hmm.
of the biggest things. When you meet a New Orleanian, you have met some other, like how we say a New Orleans, right? When you've met us, you've met a person who is loving, compassion, kind, energetic, resourceful, talented, skilled. That's what you get when you meet a New Orleans. And when you get a person who is tribal, festive, unique, a New Orleans from New Orleans, baby,
Hmm.
you've met. You've met an opportunity. You've met culture.
So
Culture.
how, how many days is Mardi Gras?
Well, Mardi Gras, it begins right after Martin Luther King parade. And it goes all the way up until the Fat Tuesday. And then the next day you have, so it's so that's what, so it's so funny. And the reason, one of the reasons that Mardi Gras was even put into place is because you done everything you wanted to do before the 40 days of Lent. before Lent
Right.
started. So they just had so much fun. And on that Fat Tuesday, you lay it on the line. And then Ash Wednesday takes place. And then you go through your Lent. So that's how that New Orleans Fat Tuesday is into place.
So, there must be a lot of restaurants open during that period, right?
So it used to be, and it's sad to say that we're fighting with some diversity at this time. We would definitely make sure that any place that wants to represent the city of New Orleans do not leave anyone behind. I
Mhm.
believe that with the proper education of culture and proper education of humanity and all people being given a fair chance, we will definitely have an opportunity to fix that. Because it is sad to say that lately, things have not been as cultural through our restaurants as it can be.
So, what's your favorite Mardi Gras food?
What's going to always be for me the po' boys, right? It's going to always be the crawfish. It's going to always be, I'm a New Orleanian, so we have all types of foods and beignets and things of that nature. So and it's not just a Mardi Gras thing for me, it's a way of living. So it's not something that you adapt, it's something that you are. And it's something that, because of who I am as a natural New Orleanian, it's who we are. So, but those are the things that I enjoy, that I hear a lot of people classified as Mardi Gras food. But for me, it's New Orleans. It's me. It's what we
Mm-hmm.
grew up on.
Mm-hmm. So, when did you declare your candidacy?
Um, we declared in the beginning of the year is when I shared it, but I became qualified the first day of qualifying. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, you having a good time?
It is flourishing. Life is flourishing, and the expectations are continue to be set, and standards are continuing to be raised. And that's
Mm-hmm.
the thing that we want for the city of New Orleans. I'm raising the bar for myself as well as for my city, so that we can have a more sustainable, thriving New Orleans.
Mm-hmm. So, that it sounds like a real challenge. Is it a real challenge to you?
Well, when I think about the hope and possibilities of what can come as I become the next mayor of City of New Orleans, it becomes more rewarding than challenging. It becomes more, I'm like I said, I'm goal oriented, right? I'm a persistent person. So, and I don't see, my thing is I believe in um, desirable and undesirable. And having my hand with an opportunity to move forward for the city of New Orleans, I see how I can make a change and making a difference. So no matter how much sleep I may or may not get, it's always rewarding to wake up the next day knowing that hope still exists, opportunities still arise, and people still have a chance for a better New Orleans, and that we can thrive in it. Not only thrive, but flourish.
So, New Orleans um, is known all over.
Mm-hmm.
What, if, from the standpoint of you being born and raised in New Orleans, what is so unique about New Orleans that I'm losing you?
Uh-oh. Okay,
There
I'm
you go.
sorry. Had
What is,
okay, I heard you. Well,
what
the
is
thing
so
about it is the biggest issue that we have with our uniqueness is that it's being tested, and it will be the food, it will be the culture, it will be the abilities to have our individual jazz. Jazz and talented artists have an opportunity to continue to showcase their art, to continue to showcase their work. So that is the thing that's unique. Our food, our entertainment, and our language, the way we communicate, the way we speak.
so? Um,
Mhm.
are the artists from all over the place, or are they primarily from New Orleans?
In the way New Orleans currently is, things has been changing. And I'm
Okay.
okay with collaborating, but I do want to make sure that we're providing a better opportunity and a better place for our natives. It's always important. I went to a debate and it asked me about my stance on changing the language to fitting everyone. If we become a generic city, we would no longer become New Orleans. One of the best things we have is because we're not generic. In order to keep that in place and in line, we have to be able to stand firm on the culture. We have to stand firm on the ways of New Orleans. If not, we'll become a generic city. And who goes to visit generic places? We don't people don't go to visit generic places. They go to different destination cities because of its uniqueness, because of its abilities, its talents, and its skills. And so, as the next mayor of New Orleans, my goal is to make sure that we bring back the talent, bring back the skills, and bring back the authentic cuisines of our city. It's important. It's
So,
important. But this is the biggest thing that I will do, and I know that is important for us, is that our artists do not starve. Our artists, although they are so talented, their skills is so unique and needed. I know that many of their skills are being pimped out. Is being pimped out, and they're not receiving the due rewards that they should. And that's not going to take place on my watch. Our artists, our talented skill makers, our food cuisines, they will be able to say that they created a skill set. They are legendaries of our community, and they have been compensated properly. It's time for proper compensation.
so is New Orleans a destination point all year or just before Lent?
So we have things going on. We have festivities. We have more creative festivities that are taking place all year long, whether it be from the fried chicken festivals, the bugaboo festivals, the jazz fest, just name it. We have a lot of festivities that take place here in the city of New Orleans, and it brings people who are interested in different things to our city at different times. So we're a continuous, steady place. As the next mayor, my goal is to capitalize on our waters by reopening up the beaches, both the Lincoln Beach and the Pontchartrain Beach. We're going to capitalize on that as well.
So, how many people are running in the primary for mayor?
I want to say now we have at least 11. Please do not hold me. Please do not hold me. Please do not hold me. I know we had 9 who attended and we still had 2 more, so that's 11. Yeah, 11 that I can remember.
So, if you're elected mayor, what unique qualities will you bring to the table?
I have the ability to operate unbiasedly so that no one who desires to be operate will be left behind. I see power and I see purpose in individuals. I know how to turn concepts into completions, not because you're my friend, not because you owe me anything, but because you're asking and needing the due process. I am the resource, the tool, and the mechanism that will compel the city of New Orleans to a greater place where no man or woman, child, or elderly will be left behind. That takes a unique skill set, a unique talent, and a unique compassion for power and purpose for all to be operated in.
Have you been interested in politics for a long time?
Not at all.
Really?
Not at all. In fact, I would be the first person in my bloodline that I am aware of to be in politics. The first. So it will be a true New Orleans where I am able to share dreams, goals, and opportunities in a way unthought of before. I don't have a legacy to uphold, but I have one to create. I have a one that I will collaborate with the community. So this will be a first for my bloodline in my family to become a politician. And at the end of the day, I know that as mayor, I am to be a liaison That's who I would be. And a liaison just means that I will work for the people, my constituents, to ensure that their needs are being met and that we have the rights to life, liberty, happiness, due process, equal access and opportunity, fair housing. And what I will do is create new definitions so that we will be able to effectively understand what is being said and that all people will be able to comprehend the message versus leaning to their own understanding. It's about connectivity, not diversity, not division, but connectivity.
So when you're not running for office, what do you do?
I'm spending time with my grandchildren. I generally write. I'm an author as well. And I'm also an entrepreneur. I own Impacted Potentials where I eat elephants and milk cows. I turn concepts into completion and I spend quality time with family and friends. Oh, and I'm a big old basketball fan.
Uh, so you've written books.
Yes.
What books have you written?
So one of my favorite one is Disaster with 7 Key Steps to Recovering Your Authentic Self. I also love the sign language, my second language, which is a sign language book. And I have a sequence of forbidden conversations where I interviewed individuals who dealt with or dealing with some of the issues in life. And then when I was a talk show hostess, I wrote Do It For You because the memories will last a lifetime, one of my favorites. And I'm continuing to write. And I've written Son, which was my first published work. And I wrote that book for my grandson because I wanted to make sure that he had inspirational information that can propel him, whether I'm here or not. When my daughter was 2, I was hit by a train. I transitioned, but they brought me back. So I wanted to make sure no matter when I transitioned from this world, he would have the wisdom and knowledge from his grandmother and other individuals who will be able to utilize that book like a can of spinach to get the strength and continue to move forward.
So you said you were a talk show host?
Yes.
Was
For
that
the Love and Wisdom TV talk show and Forbidden Conversations, where I did television and radio.
was that fun?
Oh, it was very rewarding. Oh, my phone then went dead.
I lost you again. I lost you. Well, I guess we've lost her. So you've been listening to Renada Collins. I'm Cynthia Pooler. This is Focus on the Candidates. And if you like the show, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you, Renata. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Have a wonderful day.